Have you ever gazed into the night sky and wondered to yourself, what am I really looking at? What is really out there? Hello, I'm your host, John C., the Astro Geezer. In this series, we will be taking visual journeys across thousands of light years of space, leaving Earth thousands, even millions of light years behind us. We will explore some of the most beautiful and mysterious deep space objects in our night sky, and we will learn a little bit about each one as we travel. Welcome to Episode 1 of Astronomy for Rank Amateurs. Welcome. I'm John C., the Astro Geezer. Welcome to my astronomical observatory. The equipment is very simple. It consists of a tripod on which is mounted a pair of 10 by 50 binoculars. And the most important piece of equipment is this little box right here. That is my C-Star S30 telescope. And the good thing about this piece of equipment is it's very simple, but it's a whole lot smarter than I am. With this simple equipment, we are going to take a visual journey across thousands of light years, even millions of light years in some cases. What do we mean when we say a light year? What is a light year? Well, a light year is the distance that light travels in a vacuum in 1 year. How far is that exactly? Well, it's an astronomically long distance, over 5.8 trillion miles. Now that we've defined what a light year is, let's talk about a telescope. What is a telescope? A telescope is an optical instrument used to gather light. A lot of people assume that a telescope's primary function is magnification, making things appear larger, but that isn't really what it does best. The photographs you saw at the beginning of this video were taken with a relatively low power of magnification. Space is a vast expanse and a near vacuum. In every photo in this video, you will see scores, even hundreds of little white dots. Each one of these little dots is a star in our Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way has billions of them, but on a dark night, under perfect conditions, we can see at most about 4,500 stars with our naked eye. The next astronomical term I want to discuss with you is the term deep sky object. All of the photos that you saw at the beginning of this video were items that are called deep sky object. A deep sky object is what an astronomer calls something that's way out in space past our solar system, past Mars, past Jupiter, past Neptune, all the way outside of the influence of our sun. That's what a deep sky object is, and that's what we're going to be looking at in these videos. The next astronomical term I want to discuss with you is the term nebula. What is a nebula? Well, a nebula is a deep sky object way out in space. It could be in our galaxy or another galaxy, but the ones we're going to look at are here in our own galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. And a nebula is a huge cloud of dust, primarily hydrogen and helium, because those are the two most prominent elements in our universe. Hydrogen atoms that are so thick gravity has caused them to condense into a huge cloud that can stretch thousands of light years across. That's what a nebula is. The word nebula is Latin for cloud or fog. Early astronomers with primitive telescopes saw nebula as a patch of fog or mist, not as bright as a star, but usually quite a bit larger in diameter. With your naked eye, a nebula will look like a hazy patch in the night sky, no larger than a small part of your little fingernail. Nebulae are visible because the hydrogen atoms become ionized or excited by the cosmic rays emitted by nearby stars. Through a regular telescope or with your naked eye, a nebula will appear as a faint, misty patch of light in the night sky. It may be as large as the full moon. The colors of a nebula only become visible through time-lapse photography. There are 4 major types of nebula, and we will discuss each type as we visit them one at a time in our upcoming videos. The next deep sky object the Astro Geezer would like to share with you is the term galaxy. What is a galaxy? Well, we live in a galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. Simply put, a galaxy is a large cluster of stars, hydrogen gas, and celestial dust, all held together by gravitational attraction. Galaxies range in size from dwarf galaxies to massive supergiant elliptical galaxies. The smallest dwarf galaxies may only contain a few hundred stars and be only a couple of light years across, while the largest known supergiant elliptical galaxies can be over 16 million light years across, and they will contain trillions and trillions of stars. This is a photograph of the Andromeda Galaxy, our closest neighbor in the universe. Astronomers believe that our own Milky Way galaxy would appear very similar to the Andromeda Galaxy. The final 2 astronomy terms the Astro Geezer will discuss in this episode are the Messier catalog and the new general catalog of deep sky objects. The Messier catalog is a list of 110 deep sky objects compiled by French astronomer Charles Messier in the 1700s. Messier compiled the Messier catalog to help comet hunting astronomers distinguish between permanent deep sky objects such as star clusters, nebulae, and galaxies from comets moving through our solar system. Objects on the Messier catalog were assigned an M number from M1 through M110. Today, astronomers often refer to a deep sky object by its M number alone. For instance, the Andromeda Galaxy shown here has the Messier number M31. The new general catalog was compiled by John Louis Emile Dreyer in 1888. Dreyer updated his catalog in 1908. It contains a comprehensive list of 7,840 deep sky objects. The new general catalog is abbreviated NGC, and the items in the catalog are assigned an NGC number between NGC 1 to NGC 7840. The Andromeda Galaxy has the NGC number NGC 224. We will explore the Andromeda Galaxy in more detail in an upcoming episode. Let's look at a few of the beautiful and mysterious deep sky objects we will explore together in our upcoming episodes. I hope you've enjoyed our first episode of Astronomy for Rank Amateurs with your host, the Astro Geezer. Join us next time as we explore the beauty and the mysteries of deep sky objects in our wonderful universe. I am John C., the Astro Geezer, wishing you a starry night.